Coming up tonight on YCU News, a Vermont man is charged with setting school buses on fire. We hear from metal craftsman Jason Allen. U.S. Senator and former New Hampshire Governor Jeanne Shaheen explains his energy efficiency bill in Woodstock, New Hampshire. For more local stories, weather, and sports, it's time for YCU, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region and central Vermont. News, sports, weather, public affairs, and all that's happening in our area. The news on YCU, your local view.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this Tuesday edition of YCU News. I'm Ashley Perkins. Residents who call Sunapee their home in the summer or during the winter skiing season are invited to a town meeting tonight. The Sunapee Town Meeting continues a tradition of town leaders hearing the concerns of property owners who do not live in Sunapee year-round. Visitors are also welcome. The meeting begins at 7 p.m. in the town meeting room. Town Hall is located at 23 Edgemont Road. Spring Ledge Farm Manager Tasha Dunning doesn't need a weather report to learn how this summer's rain have affected the crops she oversees in New London. She can see it. Tasha said it has been a big issue this year because it's hard to get customers to come out and buy plants for their garden when it's pouring rain. Even with the rain, Tasha and everyone at Spring Ledge Farm takes advantage of the sunny days when they get to work in the fields. Tasha is seen here in the lettuce field. Despite advances in technology forecasting, weather patterns can be fickle. A near no winter 2 years ago and last year, the hottest summer on record. Now rains across New England have turned into frequent downpours. Roadways have suffered along with plants, fruits, and vegetables. Lebanon City Planner Andrew Gaspray told nearly 60 residents at a citywide forum after the road wrecking storms something they not want to hear. More rain is the new pattern. In his own words, there has been a 75% increase in extreme rains in New England over the last several years. Rainfall in Lebanon in June typically is 1 inch or a bit more, residents learn. This June, rainfall totaled 6.13 inches. July rainfall also showed a 5-inch spike in what typically falls to what actually fell last month. Vermont's Governor Peter Shumlin encourages farmers throughout the state to keep track of those losses from flooded crops. Insurance may not help with some losses. That may not comfort Dunning and other New Hampshire and Vermont farmers who rely on agricultural sales for a living. While they cannot change the weather, they may be able to adapt to it. Green Mountain Power will turn its focus on the sun. The power plant is Vermont's largest utility. Its announcement that it will place multiple solar panels on its electrical plant in Rutland. The company describes the implantation of the panels as a major project. Says GMP President and CEO Mary Powell, this project will turn a key company workspace into a generating station and produce clean, renewable energy in the center of an industrial area of the city. The electricity will be consumed within a very short distance of where it is generated. GMP aims to make the western Vermont city of Rutland the solar capital of New England. The solar farm project comes on the heels of its announcement of a 2-year plan to reduce customer costs. Robert Dupre remains in the Springfield, Vermont jail, charged by police with 2 felony counts of arson. Dupre was arraigned yesterday in Windsor County Superior Court in White River Junction, reports the Valley News. He is charged with allegedly setting fire to school buses last August. Damage to the vehicles is estimated around $200,000. Bus company Butler Service officials note. Dupre's next court date is scheduled for September 10th. 155 New Hampshire businesses will receive tax credits to reduce their business costs. Governor Maggie Hassan announced this afternoon that the companies will benefit under the state's newly expanded Research and Development Tax Credit Program, says Development and Revenue Administrator Commissioner John Bredmore. New Hampshire's R&D tax credit program is beneficial to both small and large businesses throughout the state. In fact, 76 of the companies receiving the tax credit reported less than $500,000 of qualified wages, demonstrating that small growing companies are taking advantage of this important credit. When YCU News returns, we'll hear from Jason Allen from the Merrimack County Customs.
The YCU News continues in a moment.